Hello, it is day 60 and I don't have it in me to set up my camera, my tripod, and my ring light. So I'm not going to, but I am still going to do my 100 crunches. I almost forgot about this. But here we are. We're going to do it. The past 3 days have been a little bit hard for me. I have had an internal conflict where I don't want to do anything and I want to get up and do the new things that I'm into. And those two, I feel they're both me. I feel that it's the old me and the new me fighting each other, and the old me kind of won out the last 3 days, and I don't feel great about it. But maybe, I guess it's all information. So yeah, the old me, sleep in, go to sleep late, don't show up for stuff, don't take action because I'm afraid. That's all the old me. The new me is, what are you talking about? Like, wake up, show up, wake up early, work out, go do these things that you've been doing that you know you love to do. And I know that the old me no longer serves me because it's not like I slept in and didn't show up for some of my commitments and felt good about it. Like, oh yeah, this is the way. No, I was sad and I didn't feel good about myself, and I know because I'm no longer okay with sleeping in and just not showing up for things. That's the old me, but it's comfortable, but I'm not happy. And so I've had this struggle, but it's information, and my solution is praying, and in that, knowing that I am supported, and that this is an abundant universe, and I have a gracious creator who put a dream in me. And while it's scary, leveling up is what I was here to do, because that's how I could help other people. And therefore I will be supported and I will be successful in what I do and going for it, and I know that. So today I'm gonna do my push-ups, my sit-ups, on the ground, and it's what I can do, but I wanted to do a check-in because I don't know, years from now I just might remember, the moment that I'm in right now, and I might look back and be like, wow, I didn't have enough money in my bank account today to buy a burrito from the taco truck, and I had tuna for dinner, and I was scared to reach out to a real estate company, and I was scared to go forward on this real estate deal, and I chose to sleep in and not show up for for my class, and I, you know, and I didn't work out. I'm gonna do this right now, but I didn't do like a weight workout, and I didn't feel great today. And there's fear and doubt, and I'm gonna look back at these videos one day. I'm gonna say, wow. And hopefully I don't stay here in fear. I don't stay here in you know, in inaction. So here we go.
You're born with a gift. If not that, then you get good at something along the way. And what you're good at, you don't take for granted. You don't betray it.
What if you do betray your gift?
You betray yourself. It's a sad thing.
The obstacle is the path. Never forget that inside every problem, obstacle, adversity is an opportunity to improve your condition. We understand at a superficial level that's what we mean when we say the obstacle is the way.
Other than death, all failure is psychological. Other than death, all failure is psychological. Think about that. Just think about that. This failure, this upset, this catastrophe. If you aren't dead, then it's just psychological. It's in your head. Now, this does not mean that you won't lose some battles, because you will. We all will.
Rent is due is just this idea that like you have to pay your dues every single day. I'm a big believer that you have to do hard things. Everything you want in life is on the other side of something that sucks. That means getting cold, that means getting hot, that means moving fast, that means lifting heavy it means having tough conversations, it means being present, it means being focused. All of those things are hard, and everything good comes on the other side of doing those hard things. That is rent that you have to pay every single day. Do the tiny daily deposit that compounds positively in your life.
Consistency isn't about frequency, it's about identity. What do I mean by that? Well, the reason you fail at staying consistent is because you think consistency is about doing the same thing over and over. That is a dangerous mindset. Consistency is about becoming the kind of person who does what needs to be done, no matter what. Stop asking, how do I stay consistent? And start asking, who do I need to become? The moment you shift from, I have to do this, to this is just who I am, consistency becomes effortless.
Make plans of your own, guess what? You'll probably fall into someone else's plans. Guess what someone else may have planned for you? Not much. So take a look at the next 5 years of your life. It's going to be like the last 5, unless you can.
Anybody that's successful, they've dealt with failure more than success, because you have to fail in order to succeed, in order to become that spirited person that knows how to have that drive. And that's in anything. Before I got put on, I failed many times.
The real enemy of consistency isn't laziness, it's your indecision. You think you struggle with being consistent because you're lazy, but that's not it. The truth is, you haven't decided what truly matters to you. Every time you waffle on your priorities, you break your own momentum. Make a decision, commit to it fully, and eliminate the noise. It's the lack of decision that's killing your consistency, not your lack of effort.
Take this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. Even if you have to fight the enemies that are within yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise?
Most people are going to quit. All of your enemies, all the people making fun of you, all the people laughing at you, they're all going to quit. So all you have to do is just not quit. It's so true. You guys think you're weak. You're really not weak. You allow yourself to behave weak, but you're not weak. But you've got to train that up. You've got to push yourself. You have to put yourself constantly in uncomfortable situations. Hold yourself accountable to results and being tough and pushing through and persevering. And when you get to that point where you think, I can't go another inch, you're only 40% of the way there.
People always try to box you in to what they know you best for. But never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise you, compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression.
When we were kids, my mom hung a poster over our bed. It had a picture of a bumblebee, and under the picture, the caption read, "According to all aerodynamic laws, the bumblebee cannot fly because its body weight is not in the right proportion to its wingspan. But ignoring these laws, the bee flies anyway."
Stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action.
What if everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked for? Think of it like this. The universe is using every challenge to adjust your energy and frequency, getting you ready for what you really want. Each tough moment is a lesson, helping you manifest your dreams by ensuring you're ready to receive them when they arrive.
Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want a different result, make a different choice.
Be sad, but get up. You can't stay stuck forever. If there was ever a time to turn things around, it's now. Stop waiting for things to feel normal again. You need to be the one to take the first step. Put in the effort. Make the decision today, because the only person that can save you is you.
Be humble enough to know that you can be replaced, but be wise enough to know that there's no one quite like you. Humility keeps you grounded, but never forget your uniqueness, because you bring something to the table that no one else can. So try to stay as humble as possible, and don't ever doubt your worth.
Pay attention to the voice in your head that says you're not enough. Where did it come from?
Dear self, dying with regrets is something my life can't afford. So from this day forward, I'm choosing the suffering that leads to my rewards. So from this day forward, I'm picking the pain that leads to my better life. So from this day forward, no more running from my fears, I'm bringing faith to this fight. Dear self, unapologetically, I'm gonna go get the life that's made for me. I'm caping up because I will be the hero of my story.
When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person that walked in. That's what the storm is all about, right? Now, in the midst of the storm, a lot of people feel like, man, I lost this. I lost that, right? But when you come out of the storm, the perspective that you gain, right? The person that you have become, right? The happiness that you gain, the joy, the peace that you gain, right? You always gain something in spite of what you consider to be a loss.
Your belief system has to be really, really strong. You know, you have to really, really believe it and really, really want it. Otherwise, it's just too much to endure. I mean, because, you know, everybody's questioning you and these challenges are hard to endure.
Everybody's built for it. If you can just believe in you and no one else believes in you, that's enough.
It's very important that you take risks in life. This is the key. In my opinion, this is the difference between very successful people and people who don't take risks.
You're not done yet. It's not over for you yet. It's not over. It's not gonna be over. You've come so far. You didn't come this far to get this far and to just stop being this far. You have so much inside of you, so much potential inside of you to go forward.
I used to feel bad about having bad thoughts about myself. What kind of bad thoughts? Thoughts like, oh, those agents don't want to work with you because you don't have nice clothes, or your teeth are not as white as theirs. and you don't know anything, and you're never gonna make a sale, and the market isn't good, and no one wants to work with you, you can't do it, you're not gonna show up enough, no one wants to watch you on stage, you're not interesting enough. Those are the negative thoughts that I used to have. And then on top of having those thoughts, I felt bad for having those thoughts, like if there was something wrong with me. But the truth is, there's nothing wrong with me. And just because I have these thoughts, it doesn't mean that they're real. It just means that they're in my mind for a reason. And if I show up and do an excellent job at an open house, and I do an excellent job handling a real estate deal, and I close the deal, I'm going to start to prove those thoughts wrong. And if I rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and I put on a great show, and the crowd laughs and applauses, or cries and applauses, then that is applauds. That is confirmation that my thoughts are not true. And the only way to disprove those thoughts and to eventually not have those thoughts is to take action in spite of having those thoughts. That's where confidence comes from. And that is something that I have struggled with all my life, is taking the action, is not believing the negative self-talk. But I cannot live this way. I cannot live with these thoughts. I cannot live broke, where I can't help myself. I can't help anybody. And so it's up to me to call on something greater than myself, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. I call it God. Sometimes I call it the universe. But to me, it's the Creator. For courage and to help me believe that it's all going to be okay. And so that's where I'm at. I'm slowly disproving these negative thoughts for myself. I am slowly walking with the fear. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.